Hi everyone, welcome back to my corner chat. And today's episode's gonna kind of be it's not so much I guess an episode. um Today's corner chat's gonna just kind of be me and just a vlog today. Just kind of doing a catch up, I guess, of how everything's going. um so yeah, I've just kind of been feeling a little weird and off lately. I think it has a lot to do with the time of year it is, um, a lot of emotional things that I'm going through. And there's just a lot of things that I've been thinking about in the last little while. Like, um, my dog. So the first thing I guess I could just say is I changed my hair color. About 4 years ago, 5 years ago, I was bleaching my hair, like completely bleaching it. I was bleaching it. I was a platinum blonde. I was bleaching it so bad, like so bad. Like I had done such damage to my poor hair. It was so dry. It was like straw. It was so horrible. And the reason that I kept doing it was because I was dyeing it pink. I was dyeing it purple. I was doing ombre. I was doing the splat colors a lot. And it just got to the point where I was just tired of having to over condition my hair and not wash it for like over a week in between just to put some moisture back in it. Like just to try and get it healthy. Like it's just like it's getting back to being at least somewhat normal. But then I went and did this thing. Like I dye my hair normally, like whatever. I've been dyeing it since like the first time I ever dyed it. I was stupid. I was 16 years old, seven between 16 and 17 years old, and I was dating this guy. Rest in peace. He passed away a while back. Um, but his name is Tim, and when I was dating Tim, he was a bad boy. He was just straight out of juvie, and um, I was rebelling, and I had ran away from home. I was so mad at my parents. My mom, we typical fight with your mom, teenage daughter, and you and your mom get into the heat of this argument, and you're like, screw you, I hate you. And she's like, you know what, you don't want to live by my rules, you get out of my house. And I was like, fine. Just a total brat. And I walked out, and of course, like within minutes, she was like, I didn't mean it. And then like she would turn around, and she was like, at the time we didn't have a car, so she would try and run after me, and she would send my brother after me and saying, Mom, sorry, she didn't mean it. And I was like, no, I'm stubborn headed too. She kicked me out. She doesn't want me there. I'm leaving. And so I was planning on like just going to my friend's house. Like I had one older friend, you have the older friend who's got their own place. They've moved out, and so she had her own place and stuff. So I was like, I'm going to Sabrina's place. I'm gonna hang out with her place. I'm gonna go live there. And so I went and hung out at Sabrina's, and then I was like, she's like, you can't live here, man. Like I can't harbor a fugitive or a teenager. She's like, because my mom was calling, and she ended up, I think she got my grandma to go and pick her up and drive her to look around for me, or I can't remember how it was. Like it was such a blur. Like I just remember my mom and me arguing. My mom saying, "Get out of my house," and I was like, you know, forget you, and stupid kid running away from home. And I ended up getting my grandma to pick me up, and I went and spent a few the weekend, or in a few nights anyway, with my grandma. And My grandma was my hero. She will always be my hero. Hubby's home. So yeah, my grandma was my hero, and she calmed me down. She's like, listen, you can't be arguing with your mom, and she's doing the best she can for all you kids. And my grandma would smarten me up, talk sense into me, and then bring me home. And she'd be like, you're going home to your mother's. You're not living here, and you're not living with your friends. My grandma was the G. She was gangsta. She was cool as beans, that lady. Everyone loved her. As soon as they would meet her, they were like, that's your grandma? That's my grandma. I wish I had a grandma like that. I wish I could talk to my grandma like you do. I would, oh my gosh. I could talk to my grandma about anything and everything, and it was just, she was the coolest lady ever. But yeah, I don't even just feeling, today would have been her birthday today, so kind of remembering my grandma. And it's been a year and a month since I lost my dad. A year and 7 months since I lost my auntie. And tomorrow I'm going to do this healing thing. For me, it's part of my healing. I'm actually going to be going and getting a tattoo tomorrow. Yeah. But I'm going to share that all with you when I get it done. Anyway, I was talking about my hair. So I've been dyeing my hair. When I first ran away from home, I went and stayed with my grandma, and then there was a time after that, not too long, where I got into a fight with my mom.
Well, you can play until I get back.
And I ran away from home when running away with my boyfriend at the time. Went and got a box of black hair dye, thinking, oh my god, I gotta dye my hair. My parents would recognize me on the streets when I ran away from home. This is what I put up with. So anyway, I'm gonna try and get this video out anyway. So anyway, like I said, I was dyeing my hair. I think the first time I dyed my hair, I was 16, 17, ran away from home again. My grandma was out looking for me. My uncles were out looking for me. I ran away from home. I was out with the boyfriend. And I got this box of jet black hair dye. I had coconut, not coconut, but chestnut brown hair. I don't know why. Because why I would even think that just dyeing my hair was gonna change my appearance or whatever. But I was like Snow White with jet black hair. It was crazy insane. But yeah, I've been dyeing my hair ever since, on and off throughout the years. So this last time, and I usually dye it auburn or a reddish, pinkish, purpley kind of color. I love this colors. And so this time I did it. I went and bleached, sort of bleached my hair. I guess you could say I kind of streaked it all on my own. And then, you can see that there's patches of uneven, but whatever. I think it looks really cute. It matches all my favorite colors and stuff. Matches my makeup. And the hubby's in the room. He's gonna smoke a doobie.
You live?
No, I'm not live. I can edit it out.
Oh, so I was gonna be like, when the moon hits your eyes, like a big pizza pie. That's me in your camera.
Don't hit my camera. You're still on recording though. I'll pause it though while you smoke a doobie. So that was fun and interesting. So yeah, the hubby and the puppy stayed in here for a little while. It's kind of smoky in here now. But anyway, so I was just kind of like talking. So yeah, I really actually like, because I just bleached some parts of it, and like obviously not like every single piece, and didn't get the back as much and the underneath. So I actually like how it's like ombre almost in my hair. And there's like some pieces where, it's like brighter, not so. See, there's like streaks of blonde in there still. So yeah, it's all multicolored actually. Not really, but um it's toned. It's three-tone, multi-tone. I don't know. But yeah, so I've been dyeing my hair for a while now, and um usually like the last while it's been the darker reds and stuff. So um but yeah, I just wanted it to stand out more in my color. I mean, because you could see it's not as noticeable in the darker bits of my hair. So yeah, and it actually matches a lot of my clothing. Because I just love pink. I love pink so much. You guys even will see in one of my videos, I did a Maurice's shopping haul. It's a clothing store here in Canada and the US, and it's hilarious because my daughter was helping me film it. And so when she recorded me trying on my clothes, she recorded me including my Crocs, and my Crocs, like I have a pair of, they're just slippers. I call them slippers. But they're Crocs. They're Crocs that I bought at Dollarama for like $4. And they're pink too. So you see those in one of the videos. Like I have pink everything. If I could have everything pink, it would be pink. Otherwise it's like decorated in my room. Well, when I had things on my wall, I'm taking most of them down. But you can kind of see Walking Dead behind me. Walking Dead, Supernatural, and Sugar Skulls is what, and Halloween is what's decorated in my bedroom. That's my ultimate favorite things. And Buffy the Vampire Slayer, but I don't have any Buffy stuff anymore. Yeah, except the videos. I actually have the whole series on like a box set. So that my daughter keeps trying to borrow, and I'm like, no, even though I don't have a DVD player, I'm just really, uptight about my stuff. It's just I've let things out, they've come back not in the same condition. And I have like literally I have issues with that. Like I have slight OCD. I'm 99.9% positive because I have a lot of those OCD traits when my anxiety is really, really bad. So, yeah. Things have their place, okay? I have an issue. I'm sorry. Um, so yeah, I've dyed my hair. Well, changed it up a little bit. Um, I got some news about work. Nothing bad on my end. Like, there's nothing bad happening, like for my job wise or anything. But there's just this huge change in the within the company and stuff, and it's just like, but yeah. So there is a few changes happening. That's just like, weird. We're in the process of waiting for a place to move because in the fall, apparently where we are living, they're changing. Like we're living in these building complexes, and everyone in the complexes has to. My camera keeps slipping. I probably didn't tighten it. Sorry about that. So, even though it doesn't even like whatever. Just thinking and just scattered brain now. But yeah, everyone in the complex, all the complexes have to move because they're being demolished. And so it's like, they're moving us, they're helping find a place for us because it's not what we want. We wanted to stay here because, our little guy goes to school close by. He's got like his best friends live too, like literally right next door. So it's just like, it's stressful. I've got to pack, I've got to start going through things, and it's just, so yeah, it put me in a bit of a damper mood. So this past Sunday, I didn't post a video, and that was the reason why, is I was just not feeling up to it. I was just feeling really, really down, and I didn't want to have to portray that in any videos. I just didn't. And when I say that, it's even in the editing, because any of you guys who watch my videos, you see that I do a lot of editing. I like to put in little little pictures, stickers, whatever you want to call them, even little notes here and there, and to let you know, in case I miss something, I want to let you guys know, if I have certain thoughts on things, especially if it's like a topic, like, my thoughts on a recap show, or if it's my, one of my top 10s that I'm going to be doing more often. And instead of, because I do have my top 10 80 movies, and instead of doing an honorable mentions, I'm just going to do a part 2 and probably a part 3. Just because I have that many 80s movies that I watch over and over and over and over and over again, that I can't even believe that I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't even mention that one. And it's like, so I like to make a lot of notes in editing. And if I'm not in the mood to edit, I just feel really bad about it. And I don't want to just put a half-nelly, job into it, because this is actually a really fun and interesting hobby for me now, because with everything that's going on in the world, we're not really allowed, and things are changing all the time within the certain areas that everyone's living in. We have to go according to whatever restrictions or whatever our your home place has in place. You have to just follow them. So with all of that going on, there's not a lot that you can really go out and do anymore. Like, I can't go out and hang out with my friends. Like, none of us can. So you can't be going out to the club, you can't be going out dancing, you can't be going out doing things. And it's like, how else can I interact with people without actually interacting with people? So lots of people in the last year and a half have actually picked up a camera and have done just this, either through YouTube, Discord, or other, Twitch or Stream and other places, other social media platforms. A lot of people have turned to Snapchat and Instagram, and so it's like, what else are you gonna do nowadays? So, and I think a lot of it, like, I'm not computer savvy. It wasn't really anything really that I was into growing up. We didn't really have computers, and like when I was in junior high, that's when we started. We were taking typing classes and intro to computers, where it was like the DOS. HPT, hit start command, blah blah blah, do this, run, start. Like, we were doing the programming to start the programs, to start this, so it was just, it has come a long way to where computers are now, that you have in the house, where like, you hold your cell phone and it's a computer. So I'm not so computer tech savvy. So for the fact that I picked up YouTube as a hobby, just to be able to get things out, of my head and get things out of my mind, and to be able to just do something creative, learn something new in editing. is something new. And so I like to put in little things here and there. I may have things run across the bottom of the screen. And that's stuff that I didn't know how to do a year ago. It was basic editing for me a year ago. 2 years ago, there was no way I was doing any of this. I would just like post a video, and if I was doing any kind of videos, it's like, oh, I recorded a video. I didn't even know how to hold the camera properly. Like, I figured if I turn my phone, no matter what, like, that's how it's gonna be when I go and watch it. I didn't know that you had to like hold it a certain way the whole time. So like it's just different hobbies, and this is actually a really fun hobby for me to do. Um, so yeah, and here it goes rambling into another 20 something plus minute video. I can see how a lot of YouTubers are like their videos are hour longs and things like that now. So it's just fun. You get to just ramble on. And sometimes you're just rambling on to yourselves or your 15 subscribers that you have. I thank you guys so much. You don't even know, like, it's just a fun hobby for me, and I really appreciate you guys hanging out and just chilling with me. You might be laughing with me, maybe laughing at me. I don't know. I don't care. You're laughing along. You're watching. Right. So I do know, like what I said, coming up videos will be part 2 and part 3 of my top 80s movies. I might change them up a little bit, kind of do like I can't even say because it's just 80s genre, like everything 80s, because there's certain horror movies that I fell in love with during the 80s. There's certain action movies, dramas, like, kids and family shows or movies, and it just depends for their own. They all have their own reason. Some of them might just be stupid sentimental value reasons, or just plain because it was oddly funny or oddly weird. Who knows? But that's a couple of videos that I want to do. Is definitely the rest of my top 80s. A lot of other top 10s that I have. There's so many to mention. Yeah, and I think I just want to do a lot of vlogging, just for the beginning about, real life things. I don't want to, I don't know. I don't even know if I'm going to post this video, to be honest. I've got so many videos that I've already pre-recorded that I have that, I changed my mind about. I've deleted a few. And then a lot are just still sitting there, and I'm like, do I want to share them? Do people watch them? Do they care? But yeah, thank you very much for watching and hanging out, and you guys know what to do. Peace.